Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. A very good evening, a very good day, a warm welcome to the globe on this 20th Vibes of Verda 1. And a happy new year to all of you. Imagine I just said the 20th Vibes, right? As they say, there will be obstacles, there will be doubts, there will be mistakes, but also there will be hard work. And there is great intentions. And of course, that resulted in no limits, no boundaries. And of course, only you and I as individuals can be the limits to growth, the commitment to being ahead of the game. Again, welcome to the globe. I can see people from all around the world, from over 40 countries today that are joining us in this very important Vibes on the 28th of January. And today we are welcoming you, you dreamers, you winners, you Verda 1 community that is growing in thousands around the globe. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for creating the time. And let's rock and roll on this very important Vibes to move to the next slide and see what we have in today's meeting. Let's move on. The world has seen immense business evolution, and only organizations that actually adapt and adopt the change remain in sustainable regime, right? They always grow because they believe they can grow. They always grow because they're innovative and they're creative and they're out of the box. Verda 1 consistently calibrates the future. Consistently in those 6 days, every hour of it, every minute of it, ladies and gentlemen and brothers and sisters, the board really made sure that they're calibrating the future, talking about it not for today, talking about it to be ahead of the game when it comes to Verda 1 and Verda 1 community. And as I said, the words that we were hearing was beyond boundaries, growth, commitment, and as you can see, ahead of the game, and maybe ahead of the world. Who knows at one point of a time. Let's go. So today's agenda, yes, of course, you're here to listen to the board meetings, headlights and highlights, and of course, business improvements. And we're going to be talking about this intensively as we move on. Maybe not today, but we will give you the keys as we move on, featuring the next event, obviously, that a lot of people have been asking us about it. But as you know, with the challenges that we have with COVID-19, that keeps moving in different ways, but now we are zooming in. And of course, the fourth bullet point is many, many more. Communication, and I think Faisal, Suhail, and team wanted to make it a surprise, so they just said many, many more. So let's move on to see what we have and what are the details. But beyond that, and before we move on, yes, we always want to focus on the vision and mission. We have always in every Vibes people that are newly joining us from the world. We want them to believe with us what we have started when we were only 10 people probably in the business. Then we went to tens of people. Then we went into hundreds of people. And now we're talking into thousands of people around the globe, empowering people globally to build their own lifestyle and live the ultimate dreams is the vision of Verda 1, ladies and gentlemen. And combining these three giant industries, people keep telling us, why don't you explore something else? Well, we will explore what we can believe and what we know that would grow and give us the edge and the competitive edge as we move on. And these are real estate, information technology, and direct selling. Towards what? Towards the opportunity for financial growth and empower our people to contribute to the betterment of humanity. A beautiful sentence that would always continue in highlighting what Verda 1 is aiming about. Let's move on. So here's the look and feel. Yes, moving on with Verda 1. We were ready And we are ready, aren't we? Ready to unlock tomorrow together in this Verda One board meeting that stipulated, highlighted, designed, put all together with these people that you see in front of you. And I would invite all of them as our beloved brothers and people who are with a lot of responsibility on their shoulders, but also with a lot of smiles to see what Verda One is planning to do and planning to execute in 2022 onwards. So let me invite now, immediately, with no delay, Brother Faisal Suhail to say hello to you.
Hussein, thank you. Thanks a lot. And a very exciting and very, heartily welcome to all of the attendees of this amazing, because this is kind of a first vibes of 2022. And it has been done with sheer excitement, and that excitement is basically attached with with the wonderful board meeting that we just concluded this time. So yes, from my side, stay tuned, stay with us, just enjoy this session and get the best out of this session. Yes, Hussein, over to you.
Thank you, Faisal. Appreciate it. Let me invite now Mahfouz Ilahi to the stage to say hello to the community.
Yes, thank you, Brother Hussein. Thanks a lot. And thanks to the audience who are listening, me and you and rest of board. So, we are excited, and now I hope so our members, our community will be more excited. So hopefully, inshallah, very soon you give good news, and we meet again together very soon in our great event. So I'm excited again to all members and the families. We very soon we will be together.
Fabulous. Thank you, Mahfouz. Appreciate it. Of course, once you say good and news and we combine these two words together, you give me the tickles, man. Let me invite with that Muhammad Uthman.
Yes, Hussein, thank you very much for this introduction. And I want to thank Faisal also for a fantastic, what a wow picture, Faisal. You remind us with the last board meeting days, it was actually more than 6 days of thinking, of brainstorming, of planning, of taking tough decisions to make Verda One, inshallah, with the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and with the hard work of all of us, each single one of Verda One family and community who work from his heart, we will make this company on the top, and we will make Verda One a billion-dollar company, inshallah. Welcome all brothers and sisters all over the globe. Welcome the big Verda One family to this 20th vibes. And thank you, Hussein. Return to you.
Thank you, Muhammad. And with that, I would invite our exciting brother and CEO, Mr. Waqas Suhail. Brother Waqas.
Thank you, Hussein, and welcome everybody from around the globe. It's pretty exciting and pretty right now I feel like pumped up, seeing all the people from so many countries. Even if we start taking names of the countries, it will take an hour or so. So it's pretty exciting that something we started with such a small group, and today it's it's exceeding like anything, and crossing borders, and people are connecting in a very different level. So welcome everybody who already met us, and who are going to meet us in the next upcoming event. So welcome you all in the vibes, and it will be pleasure talking to you for this another few in this hour. Thank you, Hussein. Over to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, I see a lot of new names, and I see a lot of new countries, and I see a lot of dreamers. We're away from all the the negativity that is happening around us, right? Since
But
2019.
along with the negativity, when Mahfouz says good news, and so my heart was stopped because this is not the right time. I thought he's actually about to say the good news. So, anyways, over to you.
Every time is the right time for Verda One, and absolutely right. Yes, I think we have a lot of things that are lined up, not in the vibes. Here we're giving you the keys. Here we're giving you the news, the start of the news, the headlines. But there's a lot of announcements, ladies and gentlemen, that are going to be coming as we move on in this first quarter of 2022. And as we did last year in 2021 and the year before that, there was always announcements, excitements. As I said, there's always commitment and great intentions that are sitting around us. And as the community grows, this is what's going to happen to Verda One and to the aspiration and the inspiration that we have in Verda One. Let's move on. Okay, we're back. Just giving you some glimpses of what happened. How come, Faisal, you didn't put that picture when I was throwing the flask at you because you didn't agree to my targets, right? You didn't put that, correct? So you saw me the smiles, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
No, not in the ear.
Maybe you'll see that at the end. I don't know. But guys, it was a critical meeting, right? It was a very important board meeting. It had multiple levels of activities, strategies, team meets, commitments in place for now and for the future. Of course, what you see in front of you was few souvenirs that the marketing and corporate communication prepared for the board, for that critical board, for that heated board, for that outcomes board. And these were some of the meeting moments that we would like to show you. Let's show you some other moments from that meeting. Oh my God. Yes. You see that? You know, he just came from the shooting of a Hollywood movie and he entered the board. And he was intense, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Mahfouz Ilahi was on the move. Cross-questioning were definitely fairly accepted, and I really appreciate the board members. And honestly, that's how Verda One wants to communicate it to the community, the global community. We are not going to be formal in the way we present what we have. Yes, we will have all the religious stuff, quote unquote, all the corporate governance, but it was a very respectful, detailed, idea-full board meeting that we had. Let's move on. I think we need some comments on that picture, right? And whoever gives us the best comment, we will fly them to.
Faisal already put it there. The moment of tough decisions. So people can see my face over there, and the mood of Mahfouz. That's what's going on in the room when it comes to decision making. So
Absolutely.
No, actually,
Mahfouz were
Brother
smiling,
Hussein,
but you were not.
outside temperature of our conference room is
-7.
-5 to -8, but in the conference room, the temperature is more than 35 degrees centigrade. But definitely it is very important, and the 4 or 5 days are very difficult for us to make good decisions and for the betterment of the whole our community. So it is important, and it was very very same in romantic and flowery and romance. you
Yeah.
you know you elaborate, I think so, more than
Anybody else?
Well,
Huh?
I know there were candlelight dinners, but definitely not breakfast and lunches, right? So that was the moments of some tough decisions. Our community, our family, you need to live it with us, right? To see what's coming. Let's move on.
And this is
There we
this is a
go.
picture we took like after the completion of the 6th day. And Hussein, if you allow me, if you guys had see the video when you saw the Uthman with the actual weight when he stepped into the room, and this is the Uthman when he lost almost 10 kg in 6 days.
Yeah, really, Waqas, you say the truth. Alhamdulillah, I lost 10 kg because of 6 days of non-sleeping, sleepless 6 days. Brothers and sisters, you cannot imagine. We finished the board meeting in the conference room, but Waqas and Mahfouz and other board members, we will not go away. We still keep discussion in our dinner, in our private rooms, until we sleep 3 4 hours per day only. So thank you, Waqas, for a great diet for me.
But I really appreciate the enthusiasm of the board, because it's not normal. Because Hussein, I remember when I received you at airport, the first thing you said that 6 days isn't it a little bit unusual? Because I know you've of board meetings in your last 20 years of experience, but I believe that having a board meeting for 6 straight days is pretty different for you. So how was your experience, by the way?
Well, brother, I think you know what? Yes, 20 years of different industries and board meetings in the actual hardcore corporate world. Board meeting of 6 days is definitely not what I heard in those 20 years. But yes, this was not only a board meeting, I think it was beyond the board meeting. The outcomes of that were very strategic, but operational, and a lot of tactics, and of course a lot of involvement of teams around the globe that we had chats in Istanbul with them or on the phone while things were happening, and involving them and engaging them also in some of the announcements that you're going to be coming and seeing, right? It's very important that we look at the end of the story with the community and not only with the board of Verda One. And that was definitely phenomenal and really out of the box for me.
Yeah, it's thank
Great.
you very much. So
Thank you,
moving
guys.
on, what do you have next, Hussein?
Yes, we brought a lot of leaders there, right? And with that, maybe Uthman, you wanna have some words on this, right?
Yeah, sure, brother, sure. It was a fantastic time in the office after the board meeting in our We're the One head office in Turkey with leaders and potential new members, okay, from the globe coming to visit us in our office in Turkey after the board meeting. From Congo, Melody, from Malaysia and US, Tahir was there, and Luther from Germany. It was really a fantastic time, meet these people, plan together, put a strategy for 2022. And I will show you now, Hussein, and you give a comments about that, about a strategy meeting with Tahir and Luther, how serious this strategy meeting, and these two guys will bring $10 million sales, inshallah, in 2022, as they promised to us.
Yeah, yeah.
Only
Well, it
Tahir
was
and
very.
Luther will. By the way, only Tahir and Luther will bring $10 million. This is their commitment.
Well, I mean, it was very important that after the 6 days of the board meeting, that we also engage, as I said, with certain leaders. And interestingly, Tahir and Luther were around. Of course, Melody and some new leaders from Congo and Africa also were around. And it was good to have that meetup after the board meeting to see how we can chat out some of the ideas and bounce it off with the leaders and what they think about it, right? But eventually, what was very, very important is, and as we usually do, is the engagement part with everybody. I think prior to that, we had a meeting. Obviously, before the board meeting, I was in Egypt. In fact, Waqas and I, we were both in Egypt. Prior to that, in Oman. Prior to that, in other countries. And by the way, you would see much of that coming as the leaders' meetups happen, and this was the kickstart of it. And you would see much more of that coming up as we would be revealing, not today, but as I said, today is the keys, as we will be revealing the planners and the key outcomes that are happening and taking place. So let me invite with that Waqas to talk about the key outcomes.
Yeah, thank you, Hussein, again. It was, as you guys have heard, that this board meeting was around consists of 6 days. And because as a real tech company, as we are emerging to the world, and one of the leading, and I believe that in upcoming year, we will be one of the top real tech company of the world, if you look at us in this way. It was very important for us to chalk down in a very detailed manner everything in advance, because as you know, as you have witnessed last year, the achievement this company has achieved and the pace that company has set is pretty amazing. And to coop up that space, it's very important that road is paved already, that all of the directors, the whole team under them, because each director is managing, couple of departments under his wings. And it is very important for all of us to know where we are going, what we want to achieve, when we want to achieve, right? So it is very important that everything is synced in a right manner. So all of these, it doesn't feel that it was 6 days, which was so intense. And I'm very much agreed with Uthman that it was a lot of sleepless nights. But yes, we able to, conclude a lot of stuff. We will able to pave that road for the whole organization, where we want to take this organization from point A to point B. Now everything is synced today. So, the major outcome, as you see, the more highlights and the key outcomes of this whole 6 days event, which board has gone through, that it's a complete, fully 1 year plan is in front of us now. The activity calendar is already set. And by the way, it's a challenge for the countries who are emerging and who are already doing good. So now the thing is this, that it's up to you, because we already set the calendar, we are already planned for the travels, the events is already planned. Now it's up to you to show the board that yes, you are somebody who is capable to move the things in their country, and yes, you are who deserve an event in the country. So now this is because everything is paved, everything is already designed, the budgets has been set. So it's much easier for the board to take a decisions and moving forward along with those leaders who are emerging and who are already leading. So both of them, it's a pretty good opportunity for all of you guys. So this is one of the things, it's there for you guys. Yes, Hussein.
Fabulous, Waqas. What you're saying to the countries is that we have everything jotted out. We have a detailed full year business plan and activity calendar. what we are saying to all the global leaders and what we're saying to the globe is that we could see that there was some offline activities that happened. We started with a major event last year in Congo, and look at Congo and the sales and the engagement that happened in the community of Congo. And when we did that in Oman, and when we did that in multiples of countries, there was a lot of good positive reactions. What we're saying to everybody out of these 40 or 50 countries that we have a community in is that be an active country, put yourself on the map. You will see us there, helping you, supporting you, and growing your business and talking to the people and the prospects and the interested people in the business to say that we are, and hey, listen to this, listen to this. This is a hashtag that we're going to be using. This is a word that we're going to be using. This is a word that we're going to be inventing, a real tech business that we are going to be launching soon. Because as you know, as we move on, because we are into technology, this is going to take us to the next level, right? And we want you to put your countries and your markets on the map so we can help you grow your business. Let's move on. Thank you, Waqas. Yes, enhanced product packages and bonus and none less than and other than Muhammad Uthman to talk about this slide. Muhammad, all yours.
Thank you, Hussein. Actually, Hussein, I remember this slide or this highlight. It is one of the tough decisions we took in board meeting. And do you remember, Hussein, the picture of Waqas, which we show it and Mahfouz about the tough decision? We took this picture while we discussed this slide. You remember that? It was.
I do remember.
Yeah, it was a very one of our tough decisions. Brothers and sisters, Big Verda One family, you know that Verda One is a very generous company. And what we give in last year as a product bonus percentage, as a in advance product bonus percentage was very, no company, no organization in the world give this amount of percentage. We were very generous, and all of you, you know that it was for limited time. It was offered for limited time to take the benefit of being the first mover and take the advantage of being the first mover. But in this board meeting, we discussed a lot about our product packages among the boards, and we enhanced the product packages, and we revised the escrow period and the percentage of some of the products. So my advice to you, brothers and sisters, this is will announce in detail and apply soon to all of you. But my advice from heart to you, now it is your time. Take the benefit of this now. Closed all pending deals. Don't turn your back to the high percentage which we offer right now before we apply the enhancement packages, bonuses, and the new changes in the percentage and in the escrow period. So it is your time, brothers and sisters. Don't waste it. Opportunity come between your hand, grab it and invest it. Thank you, Hussein. By the way, Hussein, the details will be announced soon, and the new system will be applied soon for for the enhancement packages and bonuses. Return to back to you.
Okay, great. I think I was expecting a bit more. You're not going to give us anything more?
You know, in the right time.
Don't tease him, Hussein. You know that very well, right?
Thank you, Muhammad. I think
Hussein, everything coming in the right, but I give them the advice, and of course you will give the advice, okay?
Yes.
That don't waste this opportunity about what you have right now. It is the time to make big deals and many deals as much as you can.
So guys, ladies and gentlemen, yes, absolutely. Changes are happening. I think what we started as a limited time offer is not going to be the offer. Changes will occur happening soon. We are going to be highlighting some of this and actually executing it very, very soon. Gather your forces. This has come from you, right? This has come from you telling us, give us some time so we can gather our forces. But yes, time is of an essence, and time is not going to be extended time anymore. I think you need to really put yourselves together as leaders and as teams and as communities to make sure that you're putting all what you have in terms of understanding what sort of a contribution you want to do into the packages, and see how you can grow your business and grow your community. And I'm going to be using the word community as we move on to tell you that we are intact. We are with a lot of information for you. This is happening. Products are going to be changing. Packages and bonuses are going to be enhanced, but not at the same levels as what you're seeing. Put yourselves together and get it into action. Let's move to the next slide. Top of the line technology upgradation. We kept doing that. You kept seeing what has been happening in 2021, and there is a lot of great stuff that are coming. It's a very detailed roadmap also for the IT and technology department. And with that, I will invite Brother Mahfouz to give us a few keywords on what are we doing around the upgradations.
Yes, thank you, Brother Hussain. Once again, thanks. And first of all, I'm glad to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who give us the ability to prove some things, and definitely without our family it is not possible. But I have so many good news, surprises I already told you, and definitely people are more smarter than us. And the first thing, and the whole we are the one family, you are knows very well. We are the one is not only real estate company, it is a real tech company as well. And when we talk about real tech, definitely the first things we think is technology, new technology. And we are the one merging really real tech and the futuristic technology. And brothers and sisters, very soon, inshallah, you will see. And these technologies and these new tech is actually every good news, every step is actually for your success, because you are stakeholders. And I hope so you understand my words. And very soon when we meet again in Thailand event, and I am saying,
Please don't give the numbers.
try to everyone try to meet our next global event. And in next global event, I have not only one slide, I have more than one slide. So
But
Brother Hussain,
Mahfouz,
this,
before I say,
my
of
my
course,
wait, Brother Uthman, my SOPs and my board brothers are not allow me to I throw out some good and surprises. But believe me, the time will start. So now it's depend on you, my dearest brother and sisters, now depend on you. Thank you.
thank,
Yes, Brother.
thank you, Mahfouz. Of course, in our next event, you will have many slides about our new technology things with Verda One. Okay, but your main slide, which people like it in Antalya, of course, it will be there also. People dreaming about this slide of the curve. You remember that slide?
Okay, let me jump in here
Brother,
because
one thing I want to, one thing I want to in this slide, uh, for maybe for some people this is the only a slide, but here is so much messages involved in this slide. And thanks to Brother Faisal, you are already give a message, such a message to the public. Here is so many apps. here is a so much, I mean, means too many other technologies they are showing in this slide. So I just, please allow me just small give a message. Very soon our system will be very comfortable for the and user friendly for for the whole family and the new emerging customers. So we have a new app, we have our separate event app, and we have same like very smart new tech things. So be ready.
I think
Yes, brother.
good enough. Thank you very much, Brother Mahfouz. I'm going to jump in and try to, as the board secretary, make sure that everybody is saying to the right element and to the right limit of what we want to really say today, right? Because there are lots of exciting things. All what we're saying today to the globe is that we're sharing with you what was really discussed and actioned in terms of actual elements that you're going to be seeing as we move on a monthly basis. There was 5 levels of a calendar, not only the events calendar, but the IT calendar, the communication calendar, and what we are expecting from teams and how we're going to be growing these teams. So moving to the next slide, we will talk about this, right? And that's a responsibility that I would take on my shoulders with the help of the board members, is that every month there's going to be a major and a minor sort of an event, offline events, right? But as you heard it from the CEO, it's very important that we see your country or your community or your prospects and what you're building as a business is going to be inviting us based on the numbers and the figures and the commitments and the strategies that I've spoken to some of the leaders around the globe and told them during the board, please prepare your strategies for the country for 2022 so you can see us there. Berta One has approved a full budget for these events, and I'm very delighted to tell you that these offline events are going to be on the rock and roll arena as we move on in 2022, because we saw how much of a difference these events do make. And along with that, yes, not only the events calendar, but also the technology calendar, of course, the other announcements that we are kind of teasing you or sharing with you today to say that these were the things that we have discussed in the board. So you know that everything and all the feedback that you gave us in 2021 was on the board table for those 6 days, and we have taken proper actions around that feedback from you as our global leaders. Let's move on. Okay, in here I would again take it to the, we're taking it to the next level. With this, I would invite Waqas Suhail to give us a little bit of a flavor of what do we mean by this slide.
Yeah, thank you, Hussein. And it's very important for our stakeholders and our members to understand that it is not just about the technology, the real estate, and some sales, or it's all about now as we are moving forward. The corporate governance is taking to the next level as well. And especially when you look at we are the one a corporate which is very diversified. If I'm using the right word, we have corporate who is scattered in 5 or 6 different countries at this point of time, and from different people from different countries, from different cities, they are working for this organization and taking to the next level. Along with that, the corporate governance which we talk about is towards when it comes to the sales, when it comes to the real estate contracts, when it comes to the each and every aspect of the business. So every step now when we are moving forward, so the corporate governance is there, and it is enhancing in its own level. So this is something very important to understand for the stakeholders, that the company is taking all the right measures to protect protect the company, protect the stakeholders, protect their members. and protect everything which belongs to this organization, right? So this community, we are evolving. If you look at it this way, the whole community evolving. And why this community is evolving? Because this organization evolving on the best speed, I must say. Because we are, today even I was in a meeting and I was talking with somebody, and I said, we are not ahead of the wave, not be on the wave. We are actually on the right spot. We are on the right on the wave. We are the movers, actually. If you look at the arena of real tech, we are on the top at this point of time, and which is very amazing for all of you. And definitely, it's a very good news for all of you as well. So this is where we are taking this organization, and you will see a lot of stuff coming up in future as well. Yes, Hussein.
Thank you. I think what you're referring to, let me give a little bit of a more flavor on this, right? The board have now their own KPIs. They have, so you are, whoever is attending from the globe would understand that this is not just a real tech company that is using network marketing as one of the forms of revenues and all that, or basically bonuses and all this. No, we are a company that is there to stay. We have the SLAs that are evolving now to the next level. We have the SOPs that have been KPI to one of the board members to come up with a third party on the SOPs that we're looking at, the human resource and what requirements on human resource, and probably we're going to be actually doubling the number as we move on to the third quarter from a human resource point of view. And as I said, board resolutions are in place. All the board members, each one of them is having at least 6 to 7 KPIs, whether that are direct KPIs or supporting KPIs to deliver the outcomes that we are talking about. So yes, corporate governance on one level, that is internal. On the external level, we are definitely talking about the registration of the company in multiples of countries. We are looking at officializing the level of the business that we are doing in these countries, and moving on, of course, again, involving third parties. And if you go back to our roadmap, yes, we are saying that during this year and the next year, we are actually, as a company, moving on into the STO world and the ICO world and the real tech world, is that we are going to be involving third parties when it comes to governance, when it comes to auditing, when it comes to different levels of how we enhance our SOPs, and we deliver what we have in mind. So thank you, Waqas. Again, that was, I must say that this was also a lot of feedback coming from you guys around the world telling us, how would you take your company to the next level of governance? And I must tell you, there is a lot of now actions that are going to be coming towards you on that level. Yes, and with that, on the ecosystem, again, I would invite Waqas to talk about it.
Thank you, Hussein. And Hussein, if you look at this slide along with, when we talk about the our ecosystem, I really want to talk about that, along, because when we talk about the corporate governance, structuring the whole organization, enhancing our staff, our companies, and, are really focusing on the KRAs, the key result areas of the organization. So it gives you that confidence that we are on the right track and we are taking the right decisions. Along with that, when we talk about the initiating, and I feel very proud indeed, and it's with immense excitement. Actually, I want to share a lot of things, but we already decided that we will just give you the flavor that what we have discussed and what we have finalized. That I'll with the immense happiness and excitement, I want to announce that we already decided, and it is already in the pipeline, that we are initiating the first element of our ecosystem. So as you know, this is our, I must say, this is how we work. This is our heritage, that what we commit, we delivered so far. And inshallah, we'll keep delivering in upcoming years and so forth. So this is one of the news I want to share with you. The very soon, very soon you will be witnessing, and you will be listening the right news that we are about to now initiate the first element of our ecosystem. So be ready and don't miss that opportunity as well, right? And this will and I just, if you allow me, Hussein, it will really give you the uh, you know I, you know what will help you to understand that element will help you to achieve your goal. And what is our goal? Is our STO, the price, right? So I assure that the element which is upcoming, and you will experience it shortly, and when we show you the that element in upcoming event, so you will really enjoy that part, and the outcome of that element which will be directly affecting, because the reason of the whole ecosystem is to do what? For STO, to support We Are the One, to support the community, right? So this is very important to understand that we took that already, that step, and we are on the track. The decision has been taken, and soon we will reveal you, in upcoming one of the events. So I believe I didn't say too much.
No, I think I appreciate that you've done that. I would like to add one more thing with the permission of the board. Basically, what you said is that we are going into the one of the elements, and we explained that in the concept presentation, right? Where we're saying there is an ecosystem, and why is the ecosystem there? Because we are a company that is growing, and we don't want to be there only with the element of real estate and that's it, right? But anything that is diversifying and that is helping our community to grow and eventually grow the STO, because that's exactly what we're aiming at. So remember, now we're going to the next level, which is going to diversify the way you are putting your money and the way you are trying to, and the way basically that you are believing in putting your money with Verda One, to make sure that we are taking it to the next level, and to make sure that this is a company that is going to add that sustainability and scalability of the business model that we have in place, starting with the STO and the real estate. Moving on to the next level, and with Brother Faisal Suhail, to let you know that we're going to be really growing also on the marketing and communication aspect of the business.
Yes, Hussein, thank you. And as everybody has pointed out, that this board meeting has evolved a lot of things, and among those all, communication is one of the elements that we've been through, we've gone through, we've skimmed through. We identified how we have evolved. We actually identified the gaps, and of course now the big buzzword for the communication was the agility. Because again, there is nothing to cosmetically communicate. Everything is so real. It's just that we have to put it on the table. And in order to do that, we have finalized, and of course, we are dynamically improving, and we will improve the key communication touch points, the key communication tools, which are important, and of course, which are needed by the whole community in a very synergized way. Those all tools will be made available within the course. And of course, if we talk about the timelines which are already there, we are planning, and I'm just putting it again on the table for everybody to gain that confidence that within the first quarter, all the key communication tools, or you can say the complete communication toolkit, will be ready for people to understand the business, and of course to make it understandable for the others. And as you rightly mentioned, with the permission of the board, just few examples would be kind of a completely new look and feel of our digital assets, you know. At the same time, some key communication touch points in terms of our business philosophy, you know, a video that would explain our business philosophy. Of course, a video montage that would explain the overall values of a company, along with, you know, the corporate structure and where we are and where we would be. So these kind of few things that I've just pointing out would help the whole community to not only strengthen their own belief, but to make others believe at the same time. And guys, please, my request to the whole community is to stay connected through the digital regime, to all the digital platforms, and keep sharing, keep engaging yourself and the community and the others at the same time, so that will, you know, help me to help you format can be done in a proper way. Hussein, what do you think?
Thank you very much, Faisal. Would you like to let us know a little bit about the website and the revamping of the website?
Yes, Hussein, the website will be completely, by the way, completely revamped. It is almost there, and I would request all the community to just go check within, you know, a month's time. I mean, by the way, everyone, it's not about just talking. We set the KPIs with the timelines, and of course with proper monitoring, so we all can, you know, can feel the heaviness on the shoulders, because we have to deliver not only for ourselves but for the whole community. So the website's gonna be completely different, with a lot of new content, with very specific content about business, very specific content about, you know, the philosophy of our business, what makes our business, you know, unique from the others. We are giving a buzzword of real tech. That real tech thing will be explicitly, you know, visible and explicitly communicated in detail on the website, so that it should not, you know, be rara. It should be very specific to the point, with all, you know, kind of things properly covered for everyone.
Thank you, Brother Faisal. I really appreciate it. I think some people were requesting to know these acronyms and abbreviations, right? When we talk about SLA, we're talking about a service level agreement. And when we agree on delivering something to you, we are going to be having that written as one of our procedures in the business. When we talk about key performance indicators, basically we put on ourselves targets and objectives, and we are saying that these are our KPIs. This is how we're going to be approaching it, and this is how we're going to be achieving it, and this is how we're going to be measuring ourselves towards these objectives. When we talk about standard operating procedures, the SOPs, how these procedures take place, when you actually transact something in the back office, what happens in the back office? These are procedures that we are putting all that together. And this is going to be reflected on every single aspect of the business, whether that is the board and their functions, whether that is communication, IT, and how we conduct our events and how we reach our levels of achievements. This is what we're all about. Now, moving on to, again, another excitement, if you don't mind, and I'm going to be inviting Brother Waqas Suhail to speak about that, because a lot of people are also expecting something to be heard on this.
Yes, and Hussein, it is, you know, this is one of my favorite parts, by the way. And yes, of course, this is one of the very, of course, it's favorite, but again, if you understand the magnitude of the word real estate and the property portfolio, so you will understand it brings a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of this organization, not only for the member, you know, for the board, not only for the, you know, the stakeholders, but everybody, the whole. So as we are growing and as we are seeing the results and we are looking at the potentials and everything, so I would love, you know, it's feeling very exciting to announce that in this year of 2022, you will witness some amazing portfolio, adding into the landscape of We Are the One. So this is something I would, I just want to announce, and definitely, as we have seen that when we add any portfolio, any property in our portfolio, we announce in a big events, and that you will witness very soon. So something amazing is on the way,
So
right?
can I put you on the spot and say, have you initiated the paperwork?
Yes, already, not just initiated, almost 75% is completed.
Actually, Brother
Yes.
Hussain, and I think so. You are something teasing to means you want to listen some more. Actually, because
So yeah,
Obviously, I really do know, but I know that the community that I represent as the Director of Business Development is waiting for some more news. And yes, as Waqas said, it really makes sense that we announce this when we fully complete it. And guys, Verda One Board, right? They will not come and commit to you something unless they have really started it. They will not commit anything to you until they know they will deliver it, right? So please bear with us. I know some of you are agitated now, right? And you're sitting on a hot seat and saying, why is the board not telling us more? Trust us, we are really working hard for this community. We are really working in a very smart way to make sure that what you saw when we were tens of people, now it's thousands. And now in this year, we're aiming at the hundreds of thousands when it comes to growing the community and growing the valuation of this company and again the ecosystem. So we're not going to be really stuck with one circle. Now we're going to be moving to the next circle of the ecosystem, and that tells you a lot as we move on. I tell you one more thing, right? And if the board allows me, when we started, there was a lot of sign-ups of $250 and $500, right? But now we're talking about people who are saying, no, we trust it. This is gonna go big because the whole world is talking about blockchain. The whole world is talking about STO. The whole world is talking about multiples of vocabulary related to out-of-the-box technologies. And really what Verda One is doing based on real assets makes a lot of sense as we go on and move on to the next level. So with this, let's move to the next slide. Are you guys excited? You want to know more and want to know when? Let's show you something else.
yes.
Othman, all yours.
Thank you, Hussein. So, brothers and sisters, big Verda One family. In these vibes, you see a lot of highlights, a lot of briefs of what is going on in 2022. Brothers and sisters, 2022 will be the takeoff year of Verda One. After 2022, when we take off, we will flying on the top of everything, inshallah. And if you want to know the details, now you have it, you know the highlights. Now you hear the highlights. You listen to the brief. And as Hussein says, that you want more information, more details. Now I will give you the secrets how to gain more information and more details and good and great and wow news. You want to know all details? Be with us in our second event. Inshallah, it will be in March 2022. Be with us, and a lot of wow news, a lot of great news, a lot of details will be in real in front of you in this big event, inshallah. And remember, only 3 days left to win the ticket to this mega event. The promotion will end in 31st of January. 3 days left. Don't miss this opportunity to be with us in this event. Ask people who attend Antalya Summit. They came as a people, normal people, and they return back as a champions. So if you want to be a champions with us, you must be with us in next event, inshallah. Remaining 3 days, only 3 days left. Don't waste, don't sleep. In these 3 days, you have to work hard from your heart. Eat, sleep, talk, live, smell, breathe. We're the one to be a winner and be with us, enjoying the success of you and the success and achievements of we're the one together, inshallah. This is about where and when you can know the details and the wow news and the great news. And now I would like to invite our beloved CEO to give his comments about this. Welcome, Brother Waqqas.
Thank you, Uthman. And you know, we are concluding the vibes. Yes, definitely. If you want to know the more and you want to see and witness, this is the place where you will witness. And I must say one thing. You know, look at who we were and where we are and where we are going. Just started with a small community with some people, and today we are emerging and we have a footprints in over 40 countries. I tell you one thing for sure. This year, we are not just coming up with new portfolios in real estate. We're not coming up with the new apps, with the new, you know, technology, with new element, launching a new element of, you know, we're the one ecosystem. There are so many things that are coming up, but along with that, what we would love to give a confidence to the community is that we will strengthen this organization, which each and every manner, which each and every aspect, the whatever the commitments we have done, we are delivering. And you know, so far, whatever we commit, we delivered. And this is what we want to keep doing and leave this world as our legacy. That this organization who came up with some amazing ideas, in 2019 when we started and we were talking about the real tech, we were talking about real estate, technology, direct selling, people think we are crazy what we are talking about. How, you know, most of our leaders who are today, you know, who are enjoying the success, they felt that we cannot even pull it off. But you see where we stand today, and we are moving forward. And along with that, I already give you the commitment. We will keep delivering, and what you will see in this event will be something amazing. And in the end, I would like to say thanks to my directors who took out time, spend their almost like, you know, over a week in a hotel without any connectivity. We switched off all the phones, and it was intense days. And you know, whatever was in the room, you know, it was pretty much as Mahfouz said, that outside the room the temperature was -7, but inside the room it was a boiling point actually. So, but yes, it was for the betterment of the company, it was betterment for the community, and it will be for the betterment of humanity, because we will never leave the course which we have set in this organization. So thank you very much, everybody. And I'm hoping to see you all in our event, which is just around the corner. So don't miss these 3 days. And let's enjoy and celebrate a lot of amazing newses in that event. So thank you very much, and stay tuned, and God bless you. Hussein.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Waqqas. I'm going to be highlighting some words that came out in this vibes, the 20th vibe, the first vibe for January 2022. Real tech, remember this word, right? It's going to be a hashtag. Remember that we're going to be a community and a growing community. I think now we can talk about, when we talk about blockchain and you talk about different communities, now we can proudly say that Verda One is a community that is growing, committing, We are going to be ahead of the game. The ecosystem initiation of the second circle in the ecosystem. Go to your concept presentations and look at the ecosystem and figure out which one of these second circles are coming up. There is a lot of excitement, a lot of uniqueness. It was a heated board, by the way, right? But it was with a lot of outcomes. Be at the event. Do not miss it out. You still have 3 more days, and there's going to be a lot of revealing of stuff that is going to happen. Paperwork has started for the new upcoming announcement that we're going to be doing about a real estate. Be an active country. Put yourself and your community on the map, and we as the board of Verda One will be with you and will make sure that we would support the growth of the community. Yes, we are enhancing on our governance, on our SLA service level agreements, key performance indicators, and standard operating procedures. There's a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen, that are happening in this emerging organization. As Waqas said, people doubted us for a long while, and still there's people that are doubting us. And in fact, I tell you what, there's people that are sitting today in this meeting with doubts about this company, but we are beyond boundaries, because the world now needs minds that are innovative and creative. And you know what is the death circle for non-innovative and non-creative minds? It has 3 angles. People who are saying it's impossible, people who are saying I do not deserve it, and people who are saying I can't. No, we, the diamonds that you see in front of you and the diamonds that are sitting in this positive vibes are saying, no, we are going to be the betterment of humanity circle. That is possible, that I deserve, and I can. Thank you very much for making it. Thank you very much for making it happen. And thank you very much. And this thank you, the last thank you, is for you for the future. Because you know what? We have actually borrowed this world from our kids and from the generations to come. And at one point of the time, we have to return it with a lot of happiness and with a lot of excitement to the people we borrowed this world from, who actually borrowed it again from another generation. This is how we're going to make this world really with a lot of smiles. Keep smiling, grow your community, explain what Verda One is all about to a lot of people who are waiting for you to explain it, and have a great night, but also keep safe and keep well. And say hello to your families from each member of the board of Verda One, and say, we are building it for generations to come. Thank you and have a great night.